To be honest, I think sometimes they kind of overlook small farmers because we are so little down, they probably can't see us. So I started out with yellow yam in 2016. My dad have land, so I borrow 1 acre. I borrow 1 acre of land from him, and I started with my yellow yam. My husband actually gave me the capital to start it up. I have lots of customers that comes in and buy from me. When I just started out, I didn't have to go out and sell any at all. I have person who comes in, buy from me, and the second year, all the profit that I made from the first year, the second year I use it and increase the farm. So I have the whole acre in yellow yam, everything in yellow yam. Each year that I make a profit, I increased it, and I started to lease land. I built a brand new folk up that's in Thompsontown, Clarendon. My mom already have folk up in Mason River, so I use both locations to raise chicken. I go out in Kingston, Stony Hill, Hart, where I was doing a general accounting, the diploma there. So I approached the canteen and I told them that I started a little rearing of chicken and I'm looking market for my chicken. So they said yes. So I started to supply them chicken on a weekly basis. I go out again in Mullines. I have a friend of a restaurant. I approach him and I started to supply him with chicken. Last year we were experiencing shortage of chicken, where when the farm store do have chicken, they make it mandatory for you to buy feeding, all the feeding. And sometimes at a small farmer, sometimes we don't have the amount of cash to buy all the feeding one time. So, you sell the chicken and you don't get paid until every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks and so forth. So you depend on that money to buy but the feeding. So it's a rotation. So you don't have the money, the full cash to buy the feeding same time. But the farm stores, because of the shortage of chicken, they want their feeding to sell. So they married chicken with feeding. So that was kind of a bit difficult for us, but I still try my best, even I cut down on the portion of chicken that I normally raise. That way I could buy all the feeding. Since last week now, I'm being told again that we have a chicken shortage. When I went to buy feeding in Maypen, I was told that I have to buy a certain amount of feeding in order to get chicken. No, we are small farmers. We don't have money like the bigger farmers, so we are trying. I think it's unfair for them to put it that way. We have to buy all the feeding one time. Mark you, I get that sometimes some people only buy the chicken from you and not the feeding. But you have other customers that comes in and buy feeding from you on a regular basis. So I don't think it's fair for us to have to buy all the feeding one time with the chicken. So that's a challenge for me right there. These small farm stores, they are discouraging us because we would want to expand and go big. But it's kind of hard for us to go big when we're not getting the support that we're supposed to get. Sometimes you are operating at a loss. Because if you're not getting the increase and the feeding price is going sky high, because for the past 3 weeks, every week chicken feeding raised. And if the feeding is going up, and in the supermarket, in the wholesale, in the restaurants, they don't want to pay the raiser price. So it will be hard for us small farmers to make a profit, because the whole point of going into business is to make a profit. So I'm trying my best to cope, and what I started doing now, first time, I used to give away like the chicken foot, the byproducts of the chicken, I used to give them away. Now, because of the feeding that is so high, I have to actually sell those stuff to cover all the losses that I'm incorporating right now. So I have to end up selling my byproducts. So we want help as a small farmer. It's not fair for you to tell us that we have to buy the entire batch of feeding to raise a chicken. I don't think enough is being done to support small farmer. To be honest, I think sometimes they kind of overlook small farmers because we are so little down, they probably can't see us. I'm not sure, but I don't think enough is being done to support small farmers. I'm grateful for the support that I'm getting. So I won't be ungrateful. I am grateful for the support that I'm getting from friends, family, all around the community and out. Since I created my Facebook page, I have customer all the way in Portland. I have customer all the way in Montego Bay. So I am grateful for the little that I'm getting right now. But you know, we'd want to have government officials that comes in and help us small farmer, you know, help us to gradually grow and expand, just to be as big as the big farmers them as well.
As a councillor, it's the first I'm hearing that, and I don't think that's fair. And I think I have to take it up with my government, Minister of Agriculture or so, and see what they can do about it, because it's not fair. And if that even put down the small business people too. Person like we got farm store, them forced, so the bigger farm store force her to buy 40 bag. So it's even tapping somebody's sale too. So it's not fair. You understand? And at the same time, she might not have the money to buy all of the feeding. And probably she have a shop where she can get something to credit, because some of those farm stores non-credit her. And you have another shop where probably with credit her, and because of that, she can't buy none from those persons. So it's not fair. You know, and as a councillor, I'm going to take it up to my heads.